Hey guys, it's Stephanie from the Well-Doing Momma, and today I'm going to share with you a week of lunches. So I know in our days it gets super busy in the mornings, and all of a sudden it's lunchtime. And for several years that was kind of stressful for me of what am I feeding people, what are we having? I make good meal plans for dinner, but I didn't always make good meal plans for lunch, and I still don't make necessarily strict meal plans, but I do have kind of a running list, and I try to keep a lot of those things stocked and on hand so that I can have something quick, warm, and easy, fairly healthy, and really filling. I don't want the kids snacking all day, and so I want to make sure that I provide a lunch that's going to fill their bellies until our 3 p.m. snack time. So here's a week of what we've eaten. First thing I always do, though, is check to see if we have enough leftovers. I want to use up those leftovers because that is basically free food. I don't want to be throwing stuff away. So here's what we eat for a week of our lunches. Tell me in the comments what your favorite lunch thing to make for your kids is. What do you like to feed your family for a quick and easy and healthy lunch? Okay, so let me show you what we're having for lunch today. Today is Thursday. It is a very snowy day outside. We are going to have grilled cheese, ham and cheese. So I've already made, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sandwiches there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I probably need to make maybe a couple more. Some kids will have more than one. So it's just a slice of cheese and 2 slices. We always get this ham from Costco, and it's 2 slices of that ham. And I think I've told you guys I like this because it comes in a package of 1.5 pounds. So I can make another 2 sandwiches out of that, and that'll be plenty of sandwiches for our family. So we're going to have those for lunch. Ooh, that got really weird. Sorry, the focus was weird there. And then I have some cucumbers. We usually take cucumbers in our co-op lunch, but due to 6 inches of snow, we did not go to co-op this week. I have cucumbers. I want to make sure we use those up. We have some apple slices. And then I have a few. I bought these for a piano recital, and we didn't finish them up. And then there's a few little Cheez-Its, and there's a few pretzels. I might see if there's any other random stuff like that in my snack drawer. We'll put that out. So our lunch, that is our lunch for this snowy, cold Thursday. I wanted something warm, which is why I went with the grilled sandwiches rather than just a regular sandwich. Because it is, I don't know if you can see outside. Well, anyway, it is snowy, and it's going to start snowing again, and it is going to get cold. So I thought I'd just show you my plate real quick with some sandwiches, some cucumbers, some apples, and those pretzel pieces that were left were just kind of the crumbs of it. But lunch, and then off to the rest of our school day. Okay, so today is Friday, and let me show you what we're going to have for lunch. I had 1 package of Costco hot dogs. So there's only 12 in the package, but they're really nice, big, plump hot dogs, so 1 will be good for most of the kids. And I have some chips. We are going to use those for a game night, but we are snowed in with ginormous snow drifts. The sheriff's saying, do not go outside, do not drive on the highways. We cannot get through. So big snow drifts outside, so no game night, so I can use my chips. And then we have a bowl of apples that they've already been getting into, so I might have to cut up some more. And that is what we're going to have for lunch. Here's my plate. Oh, so we don't often have hot dog buns because I don't think to buy them, because I just keep hot dogs in the freezer for a quick lunch. So the kids can have them on a bread to make like a little sandwich if they want. Or they can just chop them up and have a piece of buttered bread with it if they want. And that'll be our lunch today. Okay, so it is Saturday morning. Or Saturday, well, yeah, still morning. It's almost noon. Let me see if I can show you the snow. Do you see all that snow out there? We have been in some lovely weather. And so it is cold, and we are not going out. So today we are having leftovers for lunch. Leftovers is one of the tricks to save a lot of money, is to be willing to eat some leftovers, because you don't have to do much work for that lunch. We make sure that we have plenty at a meal, because then if we have some left, we can just save it because we know we'll eat it as leftovers. And we always want to have plenty to fill up our bellies at a meal. So what we have is we have 1 ham and cheese grilled sandwich left. And yes, some people like cold ham and grilled cheese sandwich. Waffles, and then you can pull out the toaster if they want, or they can just heat them up in the microwave. That is some oven pancake. So just like one kid will eat that. This is some leftover chicken nuggets and corn dog muffins, or whatever those are. Mini corn dogs. Ooh. This is the last day for these, so whoever wants these, we want to get rid of those. And then this is some pasta, like homemade hamburger helper I made in the Instant Pot. I overcooked it, so that's not ideal, but it's still pretty good. And there's quite a bit of that left. I made a lot of that on purpose so we would have some leftovers. So everybody will choose what they want. We usually either start oldest to youngest or youngest to oldest or middle. Like we try to pick somebody because there's often arguments of who's getting what to eat because everybody wants what they want. And then with that, I cut up some pears, and I have more if we need more pears. And then we had some muffins left from the other day. And then I pulled out some just really small little bits of pieces of stuff because we eat almost a bag of anything when we open it. But sometimes we have like a few crackers left, a few of these. So if I put these out for like this kind of random lunch, then those pieces will often get used up and I'm not throwing them away. And they get used up, but nobody's going to just go pick up a handful of those for a snack. So that is today's lunch, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so we are in the middle of our school day. This is Monday, and so it's what we are having for lunch on Monday. I'm trying to hold this with one hand. And we are going to have potatoes. I have a bunch of regular potatoes and then a few sweet potatoes. These are ginormous, so I am going to chop these in half. This one I actually might do thirds. I don't know, quarters to thirds. These are ginormous. See, here's my regular potato. These are small, these are big. Got to chop them to about the same size so they'll cook in the same amount of time. And I meant to put these all in the crock pot this morning, but the day got busy and I didn't get a chance to. So I am just chopping. I washed them. I'm poking some holes in them, and I'm just going to throw them in the oven. We have a little over an hour till lunch, and I think that they'll all cook by then. And then I'll show you what toppings we have to put on them, and that will be our lunch for Wednesday. Okay, so our potatoes are done. We have sweet potatoes that I chopped in pieces. Ooh, they got nice and caramelized. And we have russet potatoes. It's a little loud. Everybody's ready for lunch. These did not get fully done in an hour, but I threw them in the microwave all together for like 5 minutes, and then they're totally soft now. I have grapes that we're going to have, and then I have, this needs to go over by the brown sugar. And I have cheese and bacon and sour cream to go on the regular potatoes, and brown sugar and butter to go on the sweet potatoes. And that will be our Monday lunch. I think we have some leftover cinnamon rolls and muffins, so I'll probably also put those out to use that up. And that will be our lunch for today. Okay, so it is Tuesday, and it is actually still dark outside, but we are making lunch because normally on Tuesdays we have a homeschool co-op that we do. But today it is too cold and snowy. We still have moms that are snowed in and can't get out of their driveway. So we are going to just have high school, and it's going to be here. So I want to have lunch still packed so that my little kids can go ahead and eat if I'm still in the middle of helping high schoolers. So we have cheese quesadillas, which I was trying to get off. Oh, those are hot. So this is how I make them. I'll just show you real quick. I take a tortilla and some cheese. There's a little more cheese. Whoa! Dropping things in the background. Kids are up. Fold it over. Let it cook on that side. Then I flip it to the other side. So these are all done. Pull those off. Have some more tortillas in the freezer. If you've seen my Costco haul, you know I always buy a package or two of the big tortillas. I am going to grab, my breakfast is done. You want to see breakfast? I have breakfast done too. Okay. Whoa, sorry. Fogged the camera there, didn't I? Okay, these are cherry chocolate chip breakfast cookie bars. Those look pretty done. Okay. So, sorry if I'm shaky. I was going to put it on the tripod, but I haven't gotten ready for the day, and so. Okay, so there's breakfast. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and cut the quesadillas in thirds. And then over here I have lined up our lunch boxes. These are Ziploc little lunch containers. I get them on Amazon for like $4 for a 2-pack. And I really like these. I don't put anything liquid in them. I line them up in age order. And then everybody will get some quesadilla. That's mine. The younger kids will get 2 to 3. The older kids will get more, 5 or 6. And then I like cucumbers, so I'll put some cucumbers in there. And some apples. We have a few kids. Actually, it's funny. My girls like cucumbers. My boys like carrots. So I will pull out carrots to put in my boys' boxes and cucumbers in my girls' boxes. We also have some chips that we just will have out, and people will grab like Pringles style chips from Aldi. I always buy those for lunches too. So that is what our Tuesday lunch. That's how I pack a quick and easy lunch. My key for making it quick and easy on Tuesdays, since we do have to have a packed lunch and normally get out of the house at a decent time, is that I almost always make the same thing. I either make quesadillas, I'll make ham and cheese roll-ups, or I'll make ham and cheese sandwiches. And that's pretty much the variety, unless there's something odd going on, of what I make for lunch. I don't overcomplicate making a packed lunch. Hey guys, it is Wednesday, and so this is our lunch for Wednesday. We have spent the morning going to our brand new library, and that was super exciting. And so we are going to have barbecue chicken nachos. So I have some barbecue sauce in my chicken here. This was some chicken the other day. I made chicken parmesan, and I didn't need the whole, I buy them in those big packages because Aldi, they come in the big trays. I didn't need the whole tray, so I had to defrost the whole tray though. And so I didn't want to refreeze meat that had already been kind of like partially defrosted. So I took what I needed, and the rest of it I just boiled on the stove and shredded it and threw it in the freezer. So this is some of that chicken. And then I added some barbecue sauce. Nachos are a huge favorite. My big bag of tortilla chips. Sorry, it's a little loud. They don't want to come out. It takes about a tray and a half of nachos, for us to have lunch. Sometimes I'll do like bean nachos. But honestly, barbecue chicken or barbecue pork nachos are my favorite. So I just put the chips down. And then, you know what, let me move this so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then I will just take and dab the chicken around like this. Put some over here. This is a great way to use up leftover chicken that you might have. You could use a rotisserie chicken. Probably even use canned chicken, but I think it has kind of a weird texture, so. Or when we make pulled pork, we often have leftovers. And so a lot of times I'll end up freezing little bags of the leftovers of pulled pork. This isn't enough to make a dinner with, but totally enough to make some chicken nachos for lunch. Okay, so I just put that on there. I'm going to rinse my hand off. Okay, and then I'm going to top it with cheese. I'm going to leave one spot without cheese. If you haven't caught on to any of my videos yet, I have a child who does not like cheese. So we will leave her a spot without any cheese. So I'm just going to throw those in the oven. They'll take maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I didn't heat the chicken up. I could have probably, but it's just going to heat through the chicken, crisp up the chips, melt the cheese. And then we actually have some grapes. When we go to the store, I went to the store this morning because we might get more snow tomorrow. When I go to the store, all the fruits and veggies from our garage fridge go into our kitchen fridge. So I make sure I use the oldest fruits and veggies up. And so we had some grapes still in there, so we're going to have grapes. And then I had some broccoli that I bought, and so I'll put that out for a veggie for the kids that want it. For lunch, veggies are kind of like, if you wanted that, they're there. And that will be our lunch on this day. So hope this gives you some ideas of some really easy lunches. This, you saw, just took me a couple minutes to put together, but it gives us a nice warm lunch and something that we can enjoy in the middle of our day. So, see you later. Thanks for joining us today. Please leave a comment if you have something else you'd like me to talk about or you have any questions. Please hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos about what we do.